So you mentioned this word lead magnet, and it can feel like a $10 word to a lot of listeners, and their brain just kind of
Yeah.
melted a little bit. They're like, lead magnets, this all sounds very, very nitty gritty marketing. So in layman's terms, tell us, what is a lead magnet?
Other words for it are a freebie or a giveaway or something that you give to your audience for free in exchange for their name and email. Now you got to look at it like this. A name and email is a hot commodity these days, and people don't want to part with that unless it's something of value. So to grow your email list, to get your audience to want to be on your email list, we've got to put something of great value out there. So it kind of goes back to what I talked about, what you'd be putting in an email, but in this case, it might be a short video or some kind of guide, cheat sheet, checklist, or it could be a coupon code or a free consultation or something like that. But you're giving them something that they're going to say, I really want that. Again, meet them where they're at. So you want to solve a problem or meet a desire with your lead magnet, your freebie, but also you have to make it easy to digest. It's not something that's going to take them hours to get through. They will never do it. So you want it easy to digest and easy to access. So once they give you their name and email, boom, you're going to give them whatever you promised them.
That's really good. So you don't want to send the 87-page ebook that's real technical.
No.
You just want the one-page thing, the promo code that can help them today.
Yes, right now. It's that instant gratification is something you want to think about when you're creating a lead magnet.
And for the industries that may go, Amy, that sounds great, but hey, we're a construction company. We don't really have a freebie to give away in the construction business. How would you help a business owner think through that if they go, this is an industry that I can't really think of anything creative to offer?
Okay, so we go back to, all right, what does your audience want? What are they looking for? And let's say it's a construction company that if people were to invest with you, we're talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars of investment. So it's not like the sale's going to happen like that. So let's meet them where they're at. What do they need to know right now? I teach it as though it's an invisible bridge. Let's say your client, if you're a construction company and you're looking for clients, your client is here. They need to cross an invisible bridge to get to the other side so that the other side is, I'm ready to spend money with you. You're my people. I want to hire you. So to get them to cross that invisible bridge, what do they need to know, believe, understand, or have a mindset shift in some way or another? What needs to happen for them to get to a place that they're ready to buy? So know, understand, believe so that they're ready to buy. That's what you would put in a lead magnet. That's why information, education becomes really valuable. I got to give you a quick example. One of my friends, Marcus Sheridan, years ago owned a pool business. So they would install pools. And the reason why his business exploded and did way better than anyone in his local area is because he started giving information that other pool companies wouldn't give. He'd talk about the difference between this pool material and that pool material. He'd tell you how much he charges for a pool, and they're big investments. He tells you the do's, the don'ts when you're working with someone to install your pool. It wasn't all about work with me, work with me. It was, hey, I care about you making a good decision. Let me tell you all the stuff other pool companies won't tell you. And when he did that, the trust factor shot up. People started joining his email list, asking him questions, and hiring him. So it's a different way to look at it.
Yeah, and I love that you said it built that trust. And I think that's a huge part of this is I'm not going to give you money until I trust you, that you're going to deliver on your promises, that it's going to be a good product, a good experience. And so if you think about how can I build trust with them, a lot of it is showing them the behind the scenes and going, hey, this is how we do this. This is our team. And, I just thought of this, but, when it comes to these lead magnets, it could be, hey, we're doing a free consultation. We're doing free estimate.
Exactly.
We're going to come to you and talk through your project for free with, no questions asked and no commitments. And that kind of makes me feel like, okay, obviously they want to earn my business, but there's something that makes me take an easy step towards that invisible bridge that you talked about.
1,000,000% spot on.
So when it comes to sharing this lead magnet, let's say we create the lead magnet, maybe it's a PDF, maybe it's just, hey, a free estimate. How do you go about sharing that? Because if you just make it, that's going to be zero people who really show up to your website who get there. So what is the best way to get the word out about this?
So I always say with the lead magnet, it's not Field of Dreams, build it and they will come. It does not happen that way. And so you do need to be really proactive. The first thing is I'd love for you to link it into your social media bios. So on Instagram and Facebook and wherever else, LinkedIn is a great one. When you're talking about who your company is and what it's all about, make it a point to that link is very visible and accessible so people can opt in right away. So social media, bios, 100%. The other place is mentioning it on social media. And here's what most people don't know that have never kind of dealt with lead magnets. You're mentioning it often. It's sad but true that one mention on social media, probably 5% of those who follow you on social media are actually going to see it. You need to do this on a consistent basis. So make it a point that every single week, find a new way to talk about the lead magnet, mention the lead magnet, put it out there. So maybe it's on Instagram story one day, and then the other day you find a way to mention it on LinkedIn. I want you to kind of mix it up and get it out there regularly. One lead magnet is all you need. We don't need a bunch of them, but you do need to talk about it a lot. Another great way to mention it is if you ever get interviewed on anybody else's podcast, or if someone's doing a write-up about you, any kind of media, get it out there as much as you can, because this is another great way that people can engage with you right away. So there's little easy ways to do it, but the ticket here is that you mention it often.
That's good. And when it comes to social media, do you think that, some paid ads maybe on Facebook or Instagram could be a good way to get people over to your lead magnet?
I'm so glad you mentioned this. Yes. So for me, I think the best way to use any kind of paid ads, whether it be paid Facebook ads or Instagram ads or whatever you're doing, the best way to use ads is with a lead magnet, meaning running ads just when you have a promo. That conversion rate is going to be tough and expensive. Running ads to something free tends to be a whole lot cheaper. And then once they get on your email list, now you get to nurture them. So when it's time to buy, they're more likely to buy. And so I love, and we do this in my company every day, we love spending money on ads that will lead to lead magnets. That is one of the best ways you could do it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can think of multiple times that I've fallen for the ad because it was free versus saying, hey, spend $100 with us. It just said, hey, give us your email and we'll give you XYZ. And I went, yeah, okay, that sounds like a good deal. I'm willing to give that up. So that's awesome. I love that. How often should you introduce a new lead magnet? You said, hey, you don't need to have a bunch of lead magnets, but is there a time where, hey, it may be time, it's been 6 months, it's been a year, let's come up with something fresh?
So you want to look at your metrics. As long as there's a really solid conversion rate for a lead magnet, which typically is around 30%. So what I mean by that is you send somebody to a page to get that free consultation at the dentist. If about 30% of people who hit the page actually are signing up for it, you're golden. You're doing really good. And so if you start to see the conversion rate decline and you start to kind of first play around with who's being sent there, maybe change your ads up a little bit, maybe talk about it in a little different way. If you don't get that conversion rate back up, then you want to think about a new lead magnet. Never change a lead magnet if it's doing well. There's no reason to do so. So let's not create more work for yourself. One lead magnet, as long as it's converting well, you're golden.